Hi, my name is Dr. Tikal Kansara, and I'm a second year cardiology fellow at Altman Hospital in Canton, Ohio. And I am very much excited to show you a web app which I designed for staying up to date with the latest JACC articles. So before I begin, let me show you one thing. So this is the current JACC journal homepage, and these are the current issue articles or just published articles, and these are the recently accepted articles. And if I go through the issue, I can see a lot of articles. Being a cardiology fellow, I would definitely not have time to go through each and every article to know what the results are, what the conclusion is, but I still want to stay up to date with the latest, you know, latest research. So, in an era of large language model where we can just type any query to ChatGPT and it will give us a concise answers, we still have to go through each and every article and scroll down to the results section to see what this article actually has to offer us. So I designed a web app which will help us keep pace with the new research across all the chat articles. The way I designed this web app is, first of all, I use ChatGPT for me to create a Python code to randomly extract or randomly generate a question from a random article on any of the JACC journals, and the question should specifically be from the results or about the results or the conclusion section of that article. And once I give the correct answer, it will help me um, it will direct me to the article, or I can continue refreshing my memory and going through more questions. So it's an ACC SAP kind of approach, but specifically designed only for the new articles which are published in JACC. And the beauty of this is it can randomly generate articles on its own by reading the articles on JACC and then making a question on its own. So this is my GitHub, and you can see we use the OpenAI API key so that we can randomly it can automatically read the articles and generate questions. And I used render as a deployment for my website. So let's go through this question. Which lifestyle modification on JACC Advanced Community Hypertension Program most strongly correlated with systolic blood pressure reduction? Now, if I choose any of the wrong answer, I know the correct answer is one of them, but and click, it will not let me move forward. But if I choose the correct answer and click on it, it will give me a summary of the results section of that article, and when I click on the link provided, it will redirect me on the JACC website to the article. So if I want to go through in detail about it, then I can do that. If I don't want If I don't want to go through detail of it, I can just click on next question, and it will redirect me to the next. It will generate a new question from any of the other random article on one of the JACC journals from the results section, and it will give me a question. The what intervention is JACC basics to translational science study restore contractile function in hips derived cardiomyocyte with TT truncating variants. If I click on the correct answer, it will, and I can redirect through the website, and it will take us from there. So I can keep on trying multiple questions, and on the side here, I have a counter of how many questions I did correctly. So so this helps us it gives the results in plain language, which is useful. And the way this teaching is, it's an active recall, immediate feedback kind of an approach instead of going from head to toe in a journal. It will rapidly expose anybody who reads it to newly published content, and it will rapidly identify the primary endpoints, what the journal is trying to tell us, and probably it might influence how we practice, because now we will be able to know more details about the current articles easily. And it's ACC style questioning, so it's fun. As of now, it is basically directed towards the cardiology fellows, but it can also be used by any practicing cardiologist who seeks to have evidence-based refresher and to quickly go through all the articles which are published. Quick 1 to 2 minutes of micro learning, and in future, let's say this is the check of our official website. This is the current issue. This is a Flask app, so we can always have like this is a widget here. We can always have one more small widget here with the question based only on the current issues, or current issue, or a previous issue, or any random issue which is generated, and we can only have questions from the articles which are published in that issue. And in that way, it would be, instead of just going through one or two of the articles in the same amount of time, we would be able to have a refresher of all the articles published in the same in the journal in that current issue. So this is a very good way of implementing as a third widget here, just below 1, 2, and 3. Any website can get it done. So this is, as I said, it's a Flask app, so it's easy to make it as a widget. Future, we can always add competency targets of how many questions and items are, or correct questions are answered correctly, and with what accuracy it is. And then each person can be given whether he's a beginner, proficient, like a badge, like an online badge or something like that. And we can always, instead of having the chat GPT API, go through questions, go through all the articles from all the journals, we can specifically redirect them to go through only a particular journal and only a particular article from a particular journal. And it will give us more specific questions for subspecialty training also. So this was the app which I generated. I am very excited that this has helped me learn more, and thank you so much for paying attention to my small video. You will have a good day.